An attitude of gratitude, as corny as it sounds, is such a powerful thing. And I think above all else, my biggest feeling is being grateful for the opportunity that I've had to be a part of Lindamood-Bell. But it all started when I was in first grade. I couldn't read. I didn't know the ABCs. I really just didn't know how to comprehend. Very quickly, I started struggling. They called my parents into the school, and I was first grade, and they said, "Your son will never be, where his peers are. He'll always be in special ed." I ended up having to, repeat the first grade. I was a first grader asking, when I was getting held back, "Mom, if I ever, get to where I'm supposed to be, can I skip a grade and go back to where I was?" And she said yes, probably thinking that was never ever gonna happen. My family took a trip to a lake. Right before we were about to leave, there was a woman that asked my mom about our family. And they got on the subject of me and my learning disability. And that lady, coincidentally, was somebody that worked at Lindamood-Bell. She said, "Your son doesn't have a problem. He just needs a little bit of extra help." Within a week of us getting back from that camping trip, I was being tested at Lindamood-Bell, and I was enrolled the next week. And so initially they had to teach me, what the alphabet was. Once I knew that, then I started learning words. And by the end of my time here, my vocabulary was way up here. So then by that time I was in the third grade. The teacher at the time, his name was Mr. Locker. Mr. Locker told my parents that I was the #1 person in the class. And I had some of the highest testing in the state of California, and I was top of my GATE program. So going back to that promise my mom made me back when I was in first grade, the first thing my mom asked this teacher, Mr. Locker, was, "Can Robert skip 5th grade?" And he said, "Absolutely." It just didn't stop there. I was an honor roll student. I now have a master's in business, and I work at one of the fastest growing software companies in the world. I have a position of gratitude for everything I've been given, and now I'm sitting, at Lindamood-Bell. It's like the best feeling in the world. I want to raise money, I want to help kids, I want to motivate kids, because it had such a big impact on my life. And Lindamood-Bell, funny enough, had a nonprofit arm of their organization. 30 years later, I'm married to the woman of my dreams. I am so grateful for everything I've been given. I'm excited about, the future of my life. And that wouldn't have happened without my parents investing the time and money for me to go to Lindamood-Bell. The power of being grateful can move mountains.